Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. My cat is doing meows from the other room, and I think they're throw-up meows. I'm listening for him. Harvey? Harvey, are you done being a sad little tummy boy? When Harvey's tummy hurt, he does a special kind of meow. Sometimes it just means he has to poop. But... yeah? Uh-huh. Sometimes it means he's about to do a throw up. Yeah, are they doing the huck, huck, huck? No, that comes after. Sometimes he meows for like 10 minutes. Sometimes he meows for like an hour. But then the throw ups come. If I start hearing the huck hucks, I gotta dash and put him in the bathroom so I can clean it up. Imagine doing a backflip for a cookie. I'm imagining it. I'm so imagining it. It's majestic. It's beautiful. I'm eating the brownie. Or the cookie. Is a cookie brownie in my mind. Harvey? Hold on one sec. Those are the sounds of him eating in the other room. He's a little idiot. He's gotten bad at eating. Did you guys know cats can forget how to eat, right? Maybe that's why he keeps throwing up. Or maybe there's something wrong with his mouth. He doesn't eat all his food at once. He eats some of it and then he leaves. I think daylight savings time has messed with his digestive tract. He's a sensitive little tummy boy. In your circus and dance class, when you have to contract specific muscles, you call it cat puke. It's the only way you can get yourself to actually use the muscles you're talking about.
Luca Vancouver says, did you try ice cream?
In general? Or for the cat? I don't think cats are supposed to have ice cream. I didn't say welcomes in. Welcome in Kai, welcome in Yukari Sunshower, welcome in Tint, welcome in Pass, welcome in Adam, welcome in Portal. I hope you guys are ready. We're going into space. I have to launch the game. I forgot it. The game. For the cat. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to give cats ice cream. I think that'll make him throw up faster. Scoop beat cat vomit. What are other cool circus techniques that have names? The big skabow. You ever look at a cat and wonder how the hell those things ever made it this far in life? Yeah. Harvey? Why are you doing sad meows again? Did you eat more to try to make your tummy feel better and now you're gonna throw it up? A move called secretary but didn't like the name, so you called administrative assistant? Appropriate. I have to go to the game so you guys can see the game. Game manifest, please. Thank you, game. Did we get a free cone from Dairy Queen yesterday? Was yesterday free iced cream day? Free Dairy's cream day? Is it the anniversary of Dairy Queen? Or is there like an ice cream pun in 319? You did not because you drove almost 3 hours and it sucked. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a lot of hours to driving. My lad? Thought I heard him come in the room. But he did not. It was free cone for some reason, but also didn't go get one. Yeah, I was at work. I was at work, and then when I was not at work, I was in the internet. I didn't get your free cone, you're gonna die. It's okay, you can get a regular cone. You doing, Harvey? I keep hearing sounds through my headphones. And I'm like, is that the boy throwing? Is that the boy up in his chuck? Or is he just like tipping cardboard over? You have a coupon for $1 off a Blizzard? How much are Blizzards going for these days? Can you use that to redeem a Blizzard in, like, the real world? Where you just, like, make it snow really, really bad for $1 less than it would usually cost? $5? That's not too bad. I don't know why I was thinking that, and be a Blizzard wizard. If only. And if you were a reptile, you would be a Blizzard lizard wizard. Or maybe a Blizzard wizard lizard. We have to go in this one. We have to get to that. Because then it'll tell us how to get to the ocean. We do have a lizard wizard hat. It is Waddle Dee Wednesday. I forgot what day of the week it is. Y'all, they're doing a crime at me at work. They're doing a crime called make Ify go into the office every day this week. I might not have to go on Friday, but I have to go in tomorrow when I don't usually have to go in tomorrow, and it's mean to me. I want to stay home and watch funny videos on my computer while I work. But no, they've introduced new technology. They've introduced new technology, and the program we use to do stuff is now a website. Oh, that's the moon. Bye, moon. I'm gonna not fly into the sun. Technology that prevents video watching. Well, the act of being in the office prevents video watching. We're not allowed to wear headphones in the office. Brittle Hollow. Not allowed to wear headphones in the office. No Wi-Fi. Traveled to 3 different offices this week? Were you teaching people how to use a website instead of the program? Because then maybe you were at my work somehow. Got crazy snow. Today in Southern California, it was a ha-ha funny 69 degrees. End of March, you're ready for warm. You can have the warm from here. That's the one I need to get to, but I need to wait for, Oh, bye, Scout. Harvey says, I'm gonna match this velocity real quick. It was warm and it was like, lol, time for snow. I saw a diagram the other day that was like, how the winter goes is, you get your winter, and then you get like a fake spring, and then you get another winter, and then you get like fool's second spring, and then you get another winter. And then it's the real spring. Do you know you like this game? Did I say hi after the line first? Welcome and welcome. And I also like this game. It's cool. We're gonna try to get into the not the moon, but this thing. I guess we can also try to go to Hollow's Lantern. But like, I don't know how to get in there. 2 paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. One starts at the gravity cannon and the other one starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. You can't get into it from the surface. Maybe I can go from the gravity canyon. I love exploring. It's so good to explore. Oh! Well... that's okay. New York is just like the weather's just anything, anytime. It can do whatever it wants. Wah, 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 wah. That'll buff right out. We'll just buff the soul back into our body. I guess that's kind of what the statues do. Growing up or mischief? I think it's just mischief. Had a cool talk with your boss's boss today, though. Did you tell him, I'm really good at, Jarb, and you should give me $3,000 million? And they said, of course. Whatever you say. Anything's for you. Brittle Harlow. You did that like a month ago? I'm so good at job. Give me so many dollars. I need to do that at my work. They don't give me enough dollars. Alien scientists don't mess around with totally unscientific things like souls. I don't... The soul is just the brain. Am I gonna crash into this? Am I gonna land perfectly exactly where I need to? Not quite, but that was kind of fun. These LGBT and you're so connected on it. God, every day I wish a person would thread the needle between volcanoes. I wish a person would just come to my work and they would say words in a certain cadence and I could be like, oh, you're of the internet. I don't even have to try to talk normal at you. You can just know what I'm saying with these words. But it turns out the majority of people in an office building are all normal style, and you gotta say words that are in a normal order. And you can't tell them things like yippee. You can't say extreme bully poggers. The worm is 1/7 of what's needed to break the barrier, yes. Even a worm has 1/16 of a soul, or something like that. So what did your job said sad once and you just didn't talk about it? That red soul. Hold on. Hold on. Even a worm has... Mimizu... Tamashi... Bun? There's a Japanese phrase that's like the typing it out. Where did you get worm from? There is a Japanese phrase that is the Japanese equivalent of like even a worm will turn, which is a thing that I guess people say sometimes, but I've never actually heard anybody say it out loud with their mouth. But it's the idea that like even something as insignificant as a worm has at least a little kind of bit of significance to it. But I'm pretty sure it's like even a worm has like 1/8 of a soul or something. How would I even Google this? Oh, here we go. I found it. Issun no mushi ni mo gobu no tamashi. Would you still love me if I etc etc etc? All right, you guys ready to go to the wiki how-to page for worms having a soul? This isn't gonna dox me, right? No, okay. So this is a phrase that is Issun no mushi ni mo gobu no tamashi. So even a single worm has 1/5 of a soul. Yeah, no, the proverb was 1/5 worm souls. This is some bug math. We've done bug math before. We're doing it again. This person's asking, how the heck do I say this in English? And Muramatsu says, even a worm will turn.
Even a worm will turn.
I muted it.
Even a worm will turn.
Even a worm will turn. Worm wa mimizu no you na ashi ga naku hosonagai mushi. A long, thin creature with no bones and legs that lives in soil.
After Loamparo says even a worm will turn.
Even a worm will turn. Even a worm will turn. Even a worm will turn. Anyway, now you know. Now you know. Now you know how much soul a worm has. So if you get 5 worms, that's equivalent to 1 whole soul. You can do whatever rituals you want with that. Summoning, desummoning,
Pasvi says soar.
swirl. Somewhere in here. Are we on the North Pole or the South Pole? I guess we're not really on any pole. Ow. I think I can land on this real quick. Real quick style. This is surely safe and not precarious at all. Just throw the worm ball at it. Click the 100 words you can break anything. 35 worms. That's 5 times 7. I know it. I can't put a marker on it. If you put enough worms in a barrier, things are gonna get a little gross. How many blood how many blood rituals can you complete with only worms? As many as you want, but watch out. No, as many as you want, but like you just are gonna need a lot of worms. Here's where I need to be, right? At this thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's you, the blood rituals works. Thank you, blood rituals. So I'm definitely supposed to like activate these little swikels. I think there's a monster nearby. Is it Waddle Dee? Is it Waddle Dee Wednesday Waddle Dee? Or is it him? Or is there a beast lurking within all of us that we must learn to accept for who it is and what it is and why it is and how it is? Maybe I am the beast. Oh, hello. You look like a perfect place I can just land my ship and nothing bad will happen. Can I make this jump? Every day of my life, I'm completing blood rituals. I remember how we died last time. Ghosts. Zoom in on the ghosts. Enhance. Rock, paper, scissors. I promise I won't cheat. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Shoo. I chose scissors. The blood rituals you do every day. It's true. I have to go into the office and I have to kill and I have to sacrifice and I have to ritual. And they're like, great job, Ify. Good day, 8 hours plus however many things you need to drive and eat a lunch. Choose rock, you always choose rock. But what if my scissors are special rock cutting scissors? Love a good blood ritual. I can't remember the last time I did a blood ritual. I can't remember if I've ever done a blood ritual. What defines a blood ritual? Is it any ritual at all, like, as long as it involves blood? Like, if you do a regular ritual, like, if you somehow get, like, blood involved in your, like, marriage ceremony, does that make your marriage a blood ritual? What a wonderful stream. What's a stream without a blood ritual? You died last time. Last time we walked directly into, I say we, like, y'all had any control over it. I walked directly into ghost matter because I forgot it was there. My night copy is rapidly approaching room to temperature. This one. Now that's just kind of rude. Oh, hi, Trees. I wish we could sit in this game. You can make cooking a blood ritual if you're not careful. I've done that before. Cooking is a ritual. I've definitely, like, cut my finger slicing up some apples for an apple pie. It gives the food more iron. It's true. It's that little special spice. A lot of people are like, when you cook, put a little love in it. No, put a little blood in it. Great first time chat. Honestly, yeah. You can put blood in your food. Should you? Maybe. It might be good. You can try any flavors. Blood is the currently of the heart and soul. Oh, I'm guessing that's currency. So, how much... If a worm has 1/5 of a soul, then is their blood also worth only 1/5 as much? Do you need 5 times as many worms to get the same quality, quantity, economic equivalence of an Ify restaurant? It's okay, you're allowed to eat a little bit of blood. You ever heard about blood sausage? People eat those. Vampires. Those guys love the blood, I think. Oh, that's where I'm going. You can eat blood. It's okay. It's allowed. It's allowed and recommended. They made blood chocolate? Is it good? Does it just taste like regular chocolate, but... Cyclones. Interesting. Interesting. Your friend's grandma likes it? Your friend's grandma's just out there eating blood chocolate? What if you just melt down? Clear hat. That one doesn't work. You want to take the hat off altogether? You can do, I think you can just do exclamation point hat space 0, and then that'll make it the invisible hat. Oh, the text. God damn it. What is the text? Is it fix hat? Fixed hat. Fix hat. We'll text. Where did it go? Find hat, add hat, request hat, spin random, hat temp, hat test, hat list, hat set, hat gone, hat name, hat trigger, hat update online, hat write to file. Is it wheel fix? It might have just disappeared. Fix wheel, okay. Command is, yeah, the command disappeared for some reason. Fix hat, fix wheel, fix text. Anywhere, fix hat. Okay, and then we save. Hopefully that'll do it. I didn't do it. Why are you not? Oh, it's because I'm an idiot. There we go. I had it set to... That command did work at a point, right? I'm not imagining it. I'm not insane of it. We were able to type some text in the incinerator and it happened. The cool thing about eating blood is you can't really get bloodborne diseases from it unless you have a cut in your mouth. Also, stomach acid will kill it. So, if a vampire drinks Spider-Man's blood, they won't get the spider powers. Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant Speed to list the orbital probe cannon parts into deep orbit. The one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. No, tragic. They should let vampires be Spider-Man. Delicious. Ivy is learning. We're learning something. We're gonna learn how to get under the ocean. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear there are two different kinds of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant Steep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes... There's a secret cyclone that put you down? That make you go downways? Hint for word of the day. It's 4 letters long. My gratitude, Spire. Conway is showing me your handiwork. I'm intrigued by the secondary type of cyclone, but is it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant Steep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Is it fuck? Is it word? Is it fire rock? Is it 4? God, it should be. Oh, ow. I should just make the word numbers sometimes. I have to find the one that goes down. What I want in a person is water 48 kilograms, carbon 11.2 kilograms, ammonia 2.25 kilograms, lime 1.27 kilograms, saltpeter 625 grams, phosphorus 605 grams, salt 200 grams, sulfur 182 grams, sodium bicarbonate 157 grams, and trace amounts of 14 other elements. You're also going to need your arm, I think? And your entire brother. Did he lose his arm or his leg first? Because one of them he lost to recording. I'm here, I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship will never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure. Did we find this one before? Cost an arm and a leg. One of his limbs he used to do the ritual. The blood ritual. One of his limbs he used to retrieve his brother's soul, which is worth 5 times that of a worm's. So 1 leg or arm equals, I think it was his arm, because he did the clappy thing. 14 trace elements plus a leg and a brother. And then to get 5 worms, it costs exactly 1 arm. Hill dill build till kill vile gill fill mile mill. Hoop boom hoop leer pier. These are some good 4-letter words. I would have found a different entrance by now if there was one. Probably. Can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm gonna head north to the ruins on the equator to try to find a way down. I think we read that one before. Can I steal our good friend's shippy? Suspected more text. The problem is our ship is down there. There might be more stuff in here. There's stairs. We can go up. You having fun, Pit Pat? You human? Ya zooming? We can go up style. Yeah? Bye. Yeah, there is a... Oh! That's the Ash Twims. This one is, my house. Oh, it just adds them to the Soli system. This one's Bribble Bolo. .wad. I need to play my house .wad. I need to play... Oh, where'd you go? The fuck? Huh? Oh, that's the eye. It's going all over the place. Surely that's like the moon, right? Our house in the middle of our... What? Unable to determine orbit and a signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe. Yippee! Yippee! That house is a wild experience. So far, I have not watched anybody play it. Yeah, I know it's a Doom mod. I know that it's like a Doom mod and there's a house and you can go around it and weird stuff happens. I've heard it compared to House of Leaves, but I also haven't read House of Leaves, so that means very little to me. I want to play the funny house game. Maybe I'll do that before Antichamber. I want to know what's up with my house.wad. House of a thing I haven't read. Exactly. What have we learned thus far in our search for the eye of the universe? Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye's signal to the star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. The locator we built on the Addle Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Was the Addle Rock their ship that got stuck in, Brambleton? Hypothesis. The eye has stopped emitting its signal. I suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The eye's signal called out to summon us to the star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around this star system sun. That would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous range. Addle Rock is Hearth's moon. Okay. Did we see a locator on there? It says unable to determine the location. So I think it's just flips thing around because it doesn't know where it is. I wonder if it's worth it to wait in here a whole cycle. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's getting awful close. It turns out the eye is really hard to pinpoint, just like the moon. Even harder than the moon. I wonder if we wait here like a whole cycle, will it stabilize at some point? How should our methods change as we continue our search for the eye of the universe? We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Send out a probe. We need to build a long distance... Okay, so this is the one that was going around Giant's Deep. Can you grew the sun? No, the sun is here to stay. He's got 2 thumbs up and sunglasses. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep is a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch. And it's moonless, except when the quantum moon is visiting. Can't steal the sun. How would you hold it? Oven mitts. You are the sun. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. As we couldn't find the eye's signal using 2 different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Bella's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe a solution to that problem. We've spoken with Remy and Pi about the technology they're developing. Oh, I don't remember who those 2 are. Hello, home. Oh yeah, you go at night. It was that ungodly sound that... It's the sound of multiple H's in a row. It's the sound of Elson's breathing. What exploded? Was that a galaxy? That one's exploding. There was something we read about that, right? About like all the different stars that are exploding. Sound from off? Yeah. This is the Elson speaking sound. I also have Zachary Meow and Didon. And what's his name? The large lad. Chert told you the stars are blowing up faster than they should. Okay, yeah. I do remember somebody telling us that. Thank you, Chert. Thank you, Afterglow. Oh, here we go. Here's something we haven't done yet. You, please. Kanaides and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank beneath the current. Did I read this? Did I read this in the projection? Should have seen it. We thought it'd be impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Kasaba convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomena myself using other cannon parts. We're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Oh! We did read all this. The orange stuff was written on the other side of the projection, and the purple one is written on this side. I didn't notice that, even though we've read, like, a bunch of those. Yeah, it's a long-distance conversation. We were here. So this projection, I guess, is like a little hint to try to tell you what it's look like when you get there. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. wonder if I can get to my ship. Think we can make this? Oh, wait. Catch me. Hi, Rubik. They stand there and write to each other long distance, and they also see each other's, so it's not lonely. Oh, that's nice. I wonder if they have any... I wonder if their entire communication is written. Because we did, when we found our friend on the moon, they only talked to us through writing. And I thought at first that maybe it was just because that's what we understand. But, like, we found recordings from other people of our species, but we never found any, like, audio recordings of the Nomai. So maybe they are just a they have 4 eyes, too. Wait, no, we have 4 eyes. They have 3 eyes. Do they have ears? I need to look at another one of those statues of these guys. Solomon did mention she doesn't speak your language. Yeah. But maybe that's a weird translation, and to them, speaking and reading are the same thing. Yeah, she might not have used the word speak. She might have said understand, might have said speak, but speak to them might mean... Translation's weird. Language is weird. There's more things we can explore here. Oh! I talked to a living Nomai! That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I'm very excited for you, though. Please stop yelling. What? On the quantum moon, you said? There's this sort of living Nomai on the quantum moon? Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, wow. Wow, this is the best thing that's ever happened in the history of our Outer Wilds ventures. Can't believe you talked to an actual Nomai. Great. So I just have to go back into space, fly to the quantum moon with 0 visibility, find a spooky ruin, travel through a few different types of dangerous terrain to get there. Okay. Yeah, that's not so bad. It's probably doable. Yeah, we could tell him about Soul on the Moon. Ooh, egg? Yeah, we could play an egg. What happened to all the monkeys other than Diddy Kong, Diddy Funky and Chunky? He's dead. Like Candy Kong? Or, the guy who flies the airplane? Or Cranky Kong? Egg time. Wonder who else you can tell about Solanum. Yeah, I didn't realize the language changed. Maybe we should go back and visit our other friends on other planets and see. Candy. Maybe Gabbro knows some things. Candy, tiny, cranky, lanky. Who's the plainsman? We got the egg. Chunky. I don't have any chunky sound effects. I only have lanky. Yeah, lanky. I don't... Is it just lanky sounds? I think it's... There we go. Lanky, Funky. Oh, Funky is the guy who drives the plane. And then there's Funky. He flies. Can't tell who is who anymore. We are all Lanky Kong in this economy. Funky was in the war. He remembers a lot. Was there an ape war? I'm gonna need to eat some schmallers. Marshmallows. Marshmallows. Does it only work if I don't burn it? Nice. Gotta cook them if you want the HP. Okay, burning does not count. Surely this will get me where I need to go and not just, launch me into the black hole. Is my ship in the black hole? Yes. No. Delicious. What if we go into Dark Bramble without a ship? Surely it won't cause us any problems. I can't get there, it's too far. Alright. Do a meditate. We know how to get in the ocean. We gotta do a scouting mission. We gotta find the secret cyclone. Wait, Funky in the 3D game was in military gear? How many people do you think he's killed? Do you think the monkeys were at war with themselves? Or with, like, the crocodiles, like at the K. Rool, or the wasps? Oh. That one goes. Guerrilla warfare real. Okay. I think that's everything. We're still gonna have to go back to the Black Hole Forge once we get a thing. Let's go find our secret tornado. Yeah, we still got, there's still more to explore in the Hanging City. And there's still, the Black Hole Forge. We are unplugging and replugging the controller. So we can autopilot our way to Giant Deep. Yeah, we know about the reverse twister now. I wonder how hard it's gonna be to find. That would be a really wild thing to, like, just stumble upon on your own. There were a lot of times when we were just hanging out in the ocean in here because we lost our whole ship. Maybe let's take a trip to Gabbro. Let's go visit Gabbro. And say hello. You've seen folks stumble upon it. Because, yeah, you can definitely find your way there. Just, like, by accident. Just swimming around in the ocean. Just hanging out and having a grand old time. Gabbro. Gabbro. We met a Nomai. On the moon. We went to the moon. Yeah, you can drive into a twister by mistake. You can... Bobo. Heyo time, buddy. It's a good thing I never get bored of the rain, huh? I found... I found Statued Island. So now I created those head statues to record memories, huh? Your head out. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Have a good, free from oceans time. So Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? I can see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. You think the statues are recording our memories then? So I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That might be my memory friend. Oh, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? To find out why? Over-enthusiasm. It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slater Feldspar would do. Pretty surprised the Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. Found his quantum poem? Quantum poem. Oh yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? Works out to be to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I just want to make more quantum art. Like some kind of creature sculpture that just, like, shows up while your back is turned and scares the daylight out of you. Hello? Gabbro? Are you okay? Found your ship. Oh, cool. It's floating in the ocean, huh? Did it look like it was having a good time? It did. Art should be terrifying. You're not wrong. Alright. We have to find the one that go down. I think it's this one immediately in front of us. Or maybe not. You. You? Yippee! Oh, that's not good. The jellyfish. Uh-oh. Go downwards, please. Go downwards, please. Go downwards, please. Why is this so hard? Maybe I should go into space, fix it, and then come back up. Or maybe I should touch a jellyfish. Forgot how to swim. Who needs swimming? No. Well, bye ship. Maybe if I find the cyclone. Maybe if I find the cyclone. I'll launch us back down. Oh no, my ship's up. We'll be okay. Here I come. Alright. Good and normal and fine. There might be something else we need for this, but I do want to go back down and see if we can't find some hints. It looks like the jellyfish can pass through no problem. So either there is something we need to do with these gellums, or we need to learn how to get electrical. Do you ever catch yourself saying something like, "Here I come" at work? A little bit. Okay. Maybe if I go in, like, right as the jellyfish is entering. I guess I should be using my scout.
Uh-oh.
This is okay. Interesting. Maybe I guess you're not supposed to ignore when a warning light is going wah, 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 wah. Death. I'm all out of night coffee. It's a tragedy. But I do have regular style water. No! Me at the CO monitor? It's fine. You're allowed to have a little bit of poison in your air. You don't need full style oxygen. Okay, what are we still missing here? Maybe we need to go to Dark Bramble. We can also go to Hollow Lantern and see. Somewhere around here, they're going to teach us how to get electricity to go on inside the ocean. We have to get into the Ash Twin. Wonder if you can tell the Hearthian in the observatory about Solanum. The observatory on our homeworld? That's true. There were, they're studying the Nomai here. Hello, gamers. We found one. Okay, look at this. The statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happen. Huh? Me too. Not even a little closer understanding what's going on with this statue. We can't tell you anything. How about you? Nomai's eyes are open. Someone should tell Gabbro or Rebek. I guess not. Maybe I should go back to Addle Rock. Feldspar text might be a good refresher if you wanna. Let me check the ship log. Let me double check that ship log. Hello, quantum friend. Goodbye, non-quantum friends. Hello, ship, my ship. Hanging City, Black Hole Forge. There's more to explore in the Hanging City. This is stuff about the warp core. There's more inside the caves. The vessel's in Dark Bramble. Maybe we should pop over to Dark Bramble for a bit. I think we're gonna get some good information from our one friend, who's stuck in the horrible fish zone. All we know about the fish is that they're blind. Grandpa. Dark Brangle. I'm gonna equip our scout launcher. And maybe we can just launch our scout at the ship, or at the fish if we see it. And that'll be okay. Myself in here. Didn't mean to do that. Maybe it's okay if we bump a little bit. Or maybe not. Hello? Ship? Excuse me? Ship. Ship. Where's our damage at? Maybe there is no oh no, here we go. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. That's probably all the damage, right? Yeah, we're good. In we go. I feel like we have to go so quiet. Red is probably evil, right? Or maybe red is good? Oh, hold on. I'm coming for you, Harmonica. I'm scared of the red. What if our friend's inside a fish? Holy shit, you've realized you've been traumatized? Oh no. That's not a good. That's in fact quite possibly a bad. That's why I have problems. The secret to problems is that something is wrong. Okay. You have problems you didn't even need trauma. I got 99 problems and a fish is one. I know I don't have to be quiet in real life. But I feel like if I'm not quiet in real life, the fish is gonna find me. Yeah, it's just like the flowery thing on Earth. Duplicate signal? My scout's over there. Interesting. You still take photo? Good question. What happens if we go in here? Oops. Wait. Uh-oh. Scout. This is a maze. Multiples? No more signal to follow. Yeah, we're gonna have to, I think, do another launch at some point. Or maybe we'll get put back to the seed and then we'll try it again. Now what's that spec? Danger or safe? Another lunch? Two lunch? Double lunch? Del lunch? Trees? Friend? Could do for a chicken cutlet. Oh, lunch. I could also do for a chicken cutlet. Give me some katsu. Oh, this is a big skeleton. Didn't mean to do that. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Can I just, just real quick style, get my ship in here. Can I just, that's probably good enough, right? We didn't even see any fangly fish, so they really are just listening to us. Hey, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, Feldspar. Do you need help? Imbot told you, uh-oh. Whoa. Where'd you come from? No one's been in here. Well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian ever to reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Kick trash. Himbot, you need comfort. That's advice to you from Himbot. You find some trash, kick it. Say it's you. They made you an astronaut. And you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. Feldspar, I'm so glad you're alive. You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right, I'm alive. Been camping out here ever since my ship, you know, crashed violently. Wait, what? Oh, this is a good story. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I needed a new challenge, and none of us had been inside Dark Brambles, so I think, hey, let's give that a try. I've been cruising around for a while, dodging the odd massive interdimensional vine, bristling with thorns, and I run into this huge anglerfish. Biggest I've ever seen. Pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, I crash. Blammo. On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming from apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Surely I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. Camped out near where I crashed at first. Found the skeleton later. Great find. I'd have been stupid to not use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Can't believe you didn't died. You know, in the old day, I used to think the same thing every time I came back from a fight in one piece. These days, I'm used to it. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Those trees are pretty tall. How long have you been here, buddy? Or how fast can you plant those trees? Because, like, every Hearthian we visited had trees around them. Thank you, Nightbot. I found something. Found a dark bramble seed on Timberhearth. That's bad business, hatchling. As Chert will tell you, if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction, there used to be a 5th planet where Bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted out real quick like, I suspect Timberhearth will be heading towards the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. Where do I go from here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here, intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of those weird seeds? See there, with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in 2 pieces at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly. Because space doesn't work right in here. The seed looks small, see? But inside, it's bigger. Yeah, I don't think the seed is it. Listen, buddy, the whole universe is exploding. And that'll take care of the seed, but also we won't be alive anymore. Inside, it's bigger. Much bigger. Not a lot of time to think about this. My theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. That's my theory. Keep that in mind when you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck. How I get inside the core. I have a random suggestion that's probably a bad idea in execution. Let's hear it. I love good and bad ideas alike. Giant's Deep's core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. Since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? I'll tell you how. It feels... If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yup. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here. Look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Interesting. Tell me again where your ship's is at? Not far from here, as a matter of fact. If you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton here, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. Follow that, you'll find the ship. Feldspar is really small. Feldspar is really small. I wonder if Feldspar is old and our species gets smaller as they get older, or if Feldspar is just short. Imagine a small easel with a blank canvas in the corner of the stream and somehow Chad is able to draw something on it. I could probably hook it up. He sounds like Sammy Magic. The question is, how do we get you guys to draw? Is it one of those things where it's like a Twitch plays Pokemon style, where it's like you say like left, right, and then it just like moves the line around? Or I could have it hooked up to like, I could have a browser source that's real tiny and have it hooked up to one of those like collaborative doodle boards. But yeah, depending on who has access to it, it could go very, 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 very bad. What happened to this anglerfish? The board, you think? For Sammy? Sammy's that program that did the, might be a fun Discord night thing instead. Yeah. Yeah. If you only mods have what you made everyone a mod. I think I can trust everybody who has mod with a board. I don't think anybody who currently has mod is gonna start being like, hee hee hoo hoo, wouldn't it be funny if I, drew thing that will get you banned from Twitch immediately on the board. I do think it would be fun to have, like, more interactive stuff. I have a lot of interactive stuff, but I need more interactive stuff. Yeah. Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. As near as I could tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed. And the seed grew up and grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Not true. You're not a mod. That's true. Would you draw dangerous things on screen? Hey, Pat, what are you doing? Just eat cloth. Himbot could paint with a command. That would be really good. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine, eating the seed. Seed grew. Gross, huh? This skeleton is a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. That's also good to know. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet. Peaceful-ish. You would draw not dangerous. He's like just makes a random paint stroke or a random color. Another person getting a sword while Violet isn't looking would be so funny. I don't. How many mods do I have? Is there a list or like a way to tell? That sounds like a harder program, not easier. I wonder if I could do a thing where you like put a random emoji on it. This idea is not feasible. See, I could set it up to like a drawing board. Like one of those websites where it's like whiteboard or like Collaboradoodle or whatever you call them. Oh, there's the thing. Can I filter? Just give me mods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? I have 21 mods? It's a lot of mods. It has 2 mods. It's a lot of mods. I might have too many mods. I guess some of these are bots though, like Nightbot is a mod and Himbot is a mod. But why? Well, my very first stream that I ever streamed, I just made everybody a mod. But there were only 3 people there because I don't even think I advertised that first stream. And then most of the other people, I think I just made mods when it would be funny to make them mods. You clock in every Outer Wilds day. I'm gonna go make more night coffee. I miss it. I had night coffee earlier, and now I don't have it anymore, and I keep looking at the cup, and there's none of the coffee in it. Oh yeah, you're a mod because Kramer's Christmas Hentai Adventure. I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB screen. I'm gonna get some more coffee. You're here for lurking pretty much every stream. I salute to you, 0707. Starting from the third stream. Yeah. My very first stream was... I didn't even post it on Tumblr. I didn't post it anywhere. I was just like, I'm gonna do a stream. So the only people who showed up were like my brother and his friends. The second stream I think I posted on Tumblr and maybe a few more people showed up. And then after that I started streaming more, but I'm gonna get night coffee. Everybody sit tight. Everybody enjoy this burb music. Think about cool things. Maybe you can try to guess the secret word. It has a D in it, but it doesn't start with D. BRB. No!
Let's go. I got one.
Y'all, I got jump scared by the sound of the donkey noise coming through my headphones that weren't even on my head. It sounded like my computer was wheezing. The holy donkey! Like, I was like, what the hell is making that sound? Door.wav. Oh wait, you got the secret word? Let's go! It's mode. It was like mod, but with an E after it. The secret word is antiquing? There's no D in antiquing. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. When is Easter? That's next month, right? Boop, 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 boop. Lemming sounds. There's lemmings in them. New Age drops that day, but you don't do holidays, so you'll just play video games or something. March 31st? Wait, it's in March this year? Isn't it normally in April? Oh, it is in March. Weird. don't think I get a day off for Easter. Once it was March 23rd, that feels so wrong. That's way too early. Maybe I'll go visit my family. It's never the first full moon after spring equinoxes. You work overtime that weekend, rest in peace. I might have to work overtime. Losing song. Low placement results. Mario Kart Wii. After today's stream, you had a Wario versus Bunny who plays soccer boss fight. It was so hard it took half the stream. Rest in peace. Today my brother sent me a message that my parents made corned beef and cabbage. But I couldn't go get the corned beef and cabbage because I had to do job and then come home and then blast into space. I accidentally showed the internet. We don't need that. Wait, where did the game go? Hello? I had to turn the bunny into a ball before he turned Wario into a ball. I don't think that's how soccer works usually. I think soccer is about kicking balls and not turning people into balls. And then put the bunny ball in the net, but the turtle goalie is OP? Huh. Was that a WarioWare game, or was that like a Wario Land game? Roommate's mom was asking if you wanted corned beef and cabbage. You asked if you could get one corn, and apparently corned beef is not corn. Yeah, corned beef is not corn. It's like if you had beef that was crumbly and sour, and salty. Crumbly, salty, sour beef. Wario Land 3. Did I ever play Wario Land 3? I know I must have played Wario Land 3. I played Wario Land 1, Wario Land 2. I think I played Wario Land 3. Yippee! Yippee! In Wario Land 2, you fought Bunny, who played basket. So bunnies just play sports in Wario? You wanted a single piece of corn in a bag. You wanted the corn hold the beef. If I make some beef and then put corn on it, the corn would all fall off. Isn't corned beef just a type of preserved beef? Yeah, it is. Hold the ed and the beef, yes. No corned, no beef, just the corn. I'm gonna Google this, actually. It's a way of preparing the beef. Corned beef. We have the beef. Who sloganed that? Got some chips and dip? Nice. I'm waiting for my night coffee to cool a little bit so I can eat it. This is corned beef. Corned beef, or salt beef, in some Commonwealth countries is a salt-cured brisket of beef. The term comes from the treatment of the meat with large-grained rock salt, also called corns of salt. Sometimes sugar and spices are added to corned beef recipes. Corned beef is featured as an ingredient in many cuisines. Most recipes include nitrates, which convert the natural myoglobin in beef to nitrosomyoglobin, giving it a pink color. Nitrates and nitrites reduce the risk of dangerous botulism during curing by inhibiting the... I don't want to see botulism. Don't show botulism on screen. Oh, no, that was curing. Okay, maybe. Or was that the bacteria spores? Scary. Inhibiting the growth of Clostridium botulinum bacteria spores, but have been linked to increased cancer risk in mice? Arby's, we have the meats. They have the meats there. Have you been to an Arby? They got meat. Beef cured without nitrates or nitrites has a gray color and is sometimes called New England corned beef. We have the beefs. Got beef? Where's the beef? Somebody's slogan was "Where's the beef," right? Tinned corned beef alongside salt pork and hardtack was a standard ration for many militaries and navies in the 17th through the early 20th centuries, including World War I and World War II, during which fresh meat was rationed. Corned beef remains popular worldwide as an ingredient in very regional dishes and modern field rations and are all around the world. Salt is in it. Grains is in it. France has it. Enclosures. Bacon and cabbage. That's the beef in a can. Corned beef and cabbage. I think my dad made that for St. Patrick's Day. I think that's why there was corned beef and cabbage in existence, and they're probably leftovers. We have where's beef? We have beef. We have beef. We have beef. This stream is not safe for vegans. Sorry. Meat warning. Can I drink this coffee yet, or is it still too hot? It's a little baby bit hot. Can't believe these motherfuckers put beef in a can. You can get bread in a can, you can get beef in a can, you can get corn in a can, you can get can in a can. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. No! Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I gotta get my boat. When you put a can in the beef? No, you're breaking the law. Spam, that's ham and a cam. Spam and a ham and a cam. In the boat. In the boat, in the boat, in the boat. You can have a lot of things in cans. Canned berry sauce. Crams, canned peaches, canned beets, canned potatoes, candy corn, candy apple, cantaloupe, Cancun, candy corn, candy curry. Can-do attitude. That's a good one. Cantrips. Canned air. Want to go to the tail at the end of the anglerfish skeleton and look for flickering light in the fog. Alright, let's do that. Oh, what I did want to do, though.
Yukari says canned ice cream.
Canned ice cream? Do they have ice cream in a can? Give me your signal. Thank you. Signal guy. Bread cad. There is canned bread. I don't know if anybody ever actually eats it, but you can have it, you can get it, and you can have it, and you can get it, and you can have it. Flickers warning. We're going towards it. Hollow vine. Where's your ship? Can I repair this? Probably not. Canned Ify. You could put me in a can. Canned slime. Kangle bangle. I can't think of any other words that start with can. Duplicate signal? Now where is this? Do I want to be here? Gabbro's Island. Oh, am I inside? Oh, jellyfish. Candle, cancer, canker, canary. Can Canenemy, cane, kangaroo. Trip 4, entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crash is 3. Boring crash is 0. Personal best. Whoa ho! Never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant Steep. They're awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blah, this thing tastes terrible. The outside's all rubbery and tough. Maybe it's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Right. I'm going inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. So we do have to go inside the jellyfish. Oh. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you were dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in this life. Who wrote this note? Canon, Fanon, Gannon, Canal, Cannot, Candidate, Canoodling, Cannon spelled differently, Canyon. I was really curious on how giant sea jellyfish got in a dark bramble and how anglerfish skeleton got in an ember twin cave with an entrance too small for it. The seed stuff, right? Seed stuff lets you change, or maybe quantum shenanigans. Like a piece of one of those quantum rocks got here. You can go through a seed and become somewhere else. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love Feldspar. Oh, Feldspar's note to self. There weren't any seeds on the twins. Not that we could see. Duh. How are we even supposed to get inside the jellyfish? Gabbro's Island is really close. Just went inside that one. Oh. But one of them, the live ones shock us when we try to touch them. I wonder if maybe they're the opposite of regular style jellies, where the bell shocks you, but the tentacles don't. You sneezed your brains out. Put those back in there. You need them for thinking. For thinking and stinking. I guess we gotta go inside a jelly's fish. Y'all think? I try. Doesn't always work. Try not to. It's a very Psychonauts thing to do, sneeze your brain out. Was that how they got all their brains out? They sneezed them? Oh, ship, ship. Inside the ship, please and thank you. Excuse me, thank you. So we're gonna have to go back to, Giantsland. Is there anything else to do in Dark Bramble? Oh, we have to find the escape pod. And the vessel. Outside was rubbery. So we gotta get inside. Psychonauts is your favorite game of all time. I played the first Psychonauts and had a blast with it. I bought the second Psychonauts and started it, and then I got distracted, and I never finished it. But it looks really fun, and it was fun for the bit that I played of it. Thank you, Night Coffee. Maybe I should stream Psychonauts too. One is a special place in your heart, but both are amazing. One is really good. I missed out on it when I was child, and it came out on the Played station. And I think I ended up playing it on like my first year of college. Shall we go get... I was gonna say, should we get eaten by a fish? But maybe we don't want to do that. Also, our loop is ending soon. The VR Psychonauts is good, but you don't own VR. Oh yeah, the Rhombus of Ruin. We're gonna have to come back to Dark Bramble. Stress beacon. That's what we'll have to lock in on. You have one, but you don't really like it. I have a Quest... I want to say 2. I have the Quest 2. Harvey says meow, by the way. I have the Quest 2, and I need to play with it more. At first, I was struggling to play game because, motions sickness, but now that I have the power of Dramamine, I should play more VR. It's midnight, you must be doing a Cinderella. Don't forget to drop your shoe on the way out. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Have a good dreams. Have a good, fairy godmother turn a pumpkin into a carriage and some mice into footmen. And, what is red? Yippee! Yippee! Red. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Draw, play, raid. You're playing Final Fantasy VII? The original or the new, like, rebirth, remake, resleep, whatever it is? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Did you have fun? Did you learn? Did you do a sword? Did you do an attack? Did you fight a cactuar? Bye-bye. Oh, the original. Let's go, chicken. So find your shoe and bring it later. I think they should rewrite the story of Cinderella, where Cinderella puts up posters that say lost shoe reward, and so then people, instead of a bunch of fake Cinderellas trying to fit into a shoe, it's a bunch of people bringing fake shoes to Cinderella, and she has to find which one is the real glass slipper and not a fake plastic slipper. It was fun, nice. The most important thing about video gaming is have a fun. Ashenpuddle. Oh, 'cause Cinderella. Was that the original Cinderella name? You're going to bedtime. Have a good bedtime. Remake where a bunch of girls have that shoe size. Yeah, they try to find Cinderella and there's like 30 girls that fit that shoe. And so they're like, well, now we have to basically host the Bachelorette to see which one of you is the real Cinderella. Nice Pikachu's happy bounty emote. Oh, like a Smashed Brothers, like a Pikachu standard B attack. Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. Now it's a GIF. Look at it go. I mained Pikachu for most of Smash Brothers. I played Pikachu a lot in the first one and in Melee. And then at some point in Melee, I mained Ness. And then I pretty much would play either Ness or Pikachu for most. The original Cinderella's stepsisters chop off part of their feet to fit the shoe. Yeah, and then don't their, like, eyes get... Well, actually, that's not the original. That's the Brothers Grimm version. The Brothers Grimm version, they chop off their feet, and then I think, like, crows peck their eyes out at the end or something like that. I think there are other versions as well. What's the original then? I know, like, the original, or at least there's a version that's, like, before the Brothers Grimm, that was hold on. Oh yeah, I'm in here. I'm reading, so it's paused. There's like the Chinese version where it's like, a magic fish whose bones get turned into slippers. Hans Christian Andersen. That one is, The Little Mermaid. Original Cinderella. The Story of Rhodopis by Greek geographer Strabo, sometime between 7 BC and 2380, about a Greek slave girl who marries the king of Egypt, is considered to be the earliest known variant of the Cinderella story. There's a whole Wikipedia page for Cinderella. Cinderella, or The Little Glass Slipper, is a folktale with thousands of variants that are told throughout the world. The protagonist is a young girl in forsaken circumstances that are suddenly changed to remarkable fortune. With the ascension to the throne via marriage. Story of Rhodopis is the earliest. First literary European version was published in Italy by Giambattista Basile in his Pentamerone. In the version that is now most widely known as the English-speaking world, was published in French by Charles Perrault in Histories Occurrences du Temps Passé in 1697 as Cendrillon, and was angelicized as Cinderella. Another version was later published as Aschenputtel by the Brothers Grimm in their folktale in 1812. So this one, I think, is the one... This is the one that got Disney-fied. Brothers Grimm took a bunch of, like, folktales and made grim versions of them, or, like, dark versions, which is cool. Honestly, like... A lot of people are like, oh yeah, like, dark and edgy versions of silly stories for kids are overdone. But also, they're still fun to read, though. Just like the Vocaloid song. The Vocaloid song is about Cinderella. My night coffee is currently the perfect temperature. We have to go to this moon. We have to go to the fire moon. We have to go back in the ocean. We have to... find our way to the center of the Earth. And by the Earth, I mean the Ash Twin. We have to do something with the Forge. We have to find the escape pod in Dark Bramble. I'm gonna go have fun gaming. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a good night, good dreams, good sleep. Get some good sleep. Don't dream of cutting feet smaller to fit in shoes, but instead dream of, corned beef. Everybody click that link, by the way, though. Go to www.draw.draw.play.com.com.twitch.tv.net.org.lego and click and watch some videos and click the follow button and have a good time. Plays, draws. Very, very fun games and very, very fun art. And dragons. Have dreams of dragons. Where are we going? Yeah, good night. Dark Bramble. The vessel's in there. There's more to explore in Brittle Hollow. More to explore in the underground, the Sunless City. Let's go to Giant Steep. BRB. Get our clothes on. I guess we're gonna try to go inside of a jellyfish and not die. I wonder if we can get our ship in there, or if it's, if we have to just go inside the jellyfish. I have a feeling we have to just go inside, get out of our boat, get inside the jelly, use the power of the jelly to get inside the core. That's what seems to be making the most sense. Because otherwise they would have let us bring our ship in there, where the frozen jellies was. Doesn't look like there's a lot of room. Now the question is, how can we get in there without getting stung? Alright, where's our best friend, the cyclone? It's there. Wait. It's there. So do these jellies just go up and then down? I guess it's only the outside tentacles that have electricity. So as long as we go up in the frills, we should be okay. This feels a little weird. The fluffies. Hello, I live inside you now. We did it! Yippee! Now I hope there's some indication of when we get through. Cause it's sure. Oh, I guess I could do there's a sound. Oh, you'll know. Oh, oh, scary. Oh, you were correct. We knew. Now put me down. I want to get out. I want to get up. Let me out. Oh. Alright. Just bump into this real quick. Carefully. Carefully. Yippee. All right. What do you got for us in here's? Ah. Ah. Sit down. This is what we saw. Ow. Me and him bot. This is what we saw in the bus. Oh, yeah. In the busted place. Cool, 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 cool. Did we get to read this text in the busted place, or was the the thing all broken up there. Imagine. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. Honored and terrified. We read this. Okay, we have read this one. This is the one that's just like, it's gonna break, but don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. And you. Who are you synced up with? Who was in here? Privet? Privet was in here. Eyes open. This must be the center of the Ash Twin, then. Is where the statues are. Because there's 3 of these. And one of them is us, and one of them is Gabbro. 1, 2, 3. We read... Somebody did a test of it on, yeah, and we just found the 3rd one. But who's connected to it? Is the question. We were on Statue Island, and we did read about them, like, testing the statue thing, and they said that somebody did a test run, but I don't remember who it was, so I want to check that when we get back to the ship. Or maybe it'll tell us right here. I have exciting news. The Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data... Wait. Yes. Probe data from the orbital cannon. Raimi is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you in the orbital probe cannon well? We are. The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Raimi. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. We read that, I think, also. So how... Where's our ball? Excuse me, ball? Go there. So that's the cannon. That's our probe cannon. What did a launch. Receiving data from probe 9318127. Visualizing. Cats like artificial orange smell, apparently. Interesting. Is it artificial food orange smell or artificial like a perfume or a scratch and sniff? Oh wait, why are you getting small? Why did you so small? Whoa, what's going on there? Hello? Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? The eye. Body work. Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched. That's a lot of probes. 9,318,127 probes. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe found by probe 9318054. That's a lot later. You saw 9 million lines. That was every probe. And then I guess the one that found the eye reports back. Is that why they're doing the time loop? Because when they send it in a random direction, every time it loops, it means it's... Or are they using Bramble stuff for this? There's like a couple, yeah, you're cooking. There's a couple quantum shenanigans. Because, like, the reason it's random means that each time it gets launched, it's randomized. Now, is that related to the time loop, or is it because they shoot it through a seed? Or I guess they don't shoot it through a seed because we would have known, but maybe there's a seed involved somehow. Let's start coordinates from Ash Twin, displaying coordinates for the eye of the universe. Can't read that. LXN. I guess we have the coordinates. Can we... You have seen the cannon shooting, and it's always in a different direction? Oh. I never even noticed that. That's a wild detail to put in. I bet people figured that out. I bet people watched it and they're like, wait, didn't you shoot over here last time? You didn't? No, I'm bad at directions. I'm horribly terrible at directions. I see that it's going forward. Thought you pointed that out. Maybe? Sup, nerds. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I wonder if I can get in there. I don't think I can. Sometimes it goes whoosh close by and you comment on it. That's a piece of the cabinet. What is this? What is this? Can I get... Oh wait, no, is that where I just was? I think that's where I just was. Let's see if we can't get our way back out. Don't want to waste a perfectly good time loop. If we don't have to. That jellyfish looks friendly. It's fine. It's like a nice little house for us to live in. And the lamps with 5 different light bulb heads. I don't think I do. I think the most heads any of the lamps in my house have is 2. You mean a chandelier? We're out, right? Can I get... Can I get down? No! Find an image. Oh, no. Ow. We're okay. I'm allowed to get electrocuted a little bit. Where's my boat? Boat, we need you. Boat, we need you. You can get a little electrocution as a treat. It's just to recharge your batteries, right? Your suit batteries. You got everybody's always carrying batteries in their pocket that control their clothes, and then when you put the batteries in the electricity, they get stronger. Moon of constantly shooting cannonballs at you. Yeah, we still have to go to Lantern's shoot, and we have to get to that's probably a good place to go. The only other thing we could do is we could go back to the Hanging City to see what we missed from there, because there was more to explore there. I don't think we can do anything with the Black Hole Forge just yet. We could go back to Dark Bramble and chase the distress signal this time. Because I think there should be a distress signal there from the final thingy-mabob. Put me in my boat, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll do. All right, let's check this real quick. We got that. I think we're done with Giant's Deep now. Yeah, there's like a whole thing at the center of the ash twin, which I think is that spooky room where we're seeing all the statues in the dark. I did want to check. Gabbros Island. Where's Statue Island? The statues were activated once the Ash Twin project succeeded or failed. Boat. It's obviously a tin can. Anything is a boat if it touches water. A duck is just a living boat. It's in Steam chat. You take that, every head has a different color light bulb. You wanted it since you were 5? That shouldn't be too hard to do, actually. Hold on. I want to see what this looked like. I want to see the Hydrolimp. Oh, okay. I have a similar to this, except it's only 2. Enhance. That's an extremely achievable goal. Step 1, buy this. Step 2, you're going to be thinking, oh, let me just buy colored bulbs. No, here's what you're going to do is you're going to buy the smart bulbs that you can change to whatever color you want. It's going to be expensive because those things aren't cheap, but you buy 5 of them. And then you can, with your phone, choose any colors. If you want them all to be the same color, you can do that. If you want them all to be different colors, you could do that. If you want them to, like, RGB rainbow pulse from one to another, you can do it. You can make it happen. Smart bulbs. Yeah, like a smart as in like a smart device. So it's a bulb, it's a light bulb that you can pair if you have like, I have a couple in my house. I don't have like an Alexa or a Google Home or anything, so I just use my phone to control them because you can just do it through the app. But it's like a light bulb that you can, that connects to your Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi enabled LEDs controlled with an app. I like them because I can put them on schedules. So like I have a little astronaut lamp next to my computer here that automatically turns on and then turns itself off at I think like 11, maybe 10:30. But I like them because if I know the lights turn themselves off automatically or start to dim, I'm like, uh-oh, I need to go to bed now. But also, like, I have ones in my living room so I can change the colors. So if you're, like, watching a spooky movie, you can turn them all red and everything's all scaly. Sunless City. I wonder what we're still missing in the Sunless City. Central chamber. Thick protective shell. I don't think we can get to this yet. I think we need a clue from somewhere about this. These exist, you surprised? They've existed for a while. Got a very cute and expensive lamp that looks like a Mareep and it gradually gets bright as the alarm clock time approaches. Oh, that's cute. Is that the one that was like paired with Pokemon Sleep, or am I imagining that that's a thing that even exists? Let's go there. I guess we could try to talk to Chert about the No, my. Wait, is Chert the one on Brittle Hollow? Or the one on Ash Twin? I think the one on Ash Twin. It doesn't connect, it's just got the brand. Ah, not paired, but merch. I have seen that lamp, and it's very, very, very cute. Alright. Let's skedaddle here. I guess we could probably talk to Gabbro and tell him, like, hey, Gabbro, guess what? We went to the center of this planet. But Gabbro's chilling, so we don't want to bother him. Oh. Hold on, I want to open pictures of this on screen too. Very cute, very napping, very sleeping. And then glow in the dark. Very cute. You're to get any Pokemon merch, you want the 39-inch Steel plush. Honestly, the huge Pokemon plushes are so tempting. The giant, like, Altaria, the giant, like, Snorlaxes. Is there a big Lapras? The, like, 4-foot-tall Lucario. We do want to go to Pokemon. Thank you, Nightbot. We have to unplug and replug the controller. I wonder if it's because I'm tabbing out. I wonder if when I tab out, that's when the ability to lock on disappears. Is that the Quantum Moon? Yeah, that's the Quantum's Moon. Abort. Abort. We have to get to this thing. What are we even supposed to do on there? Like, what's there? Oh, I can do that. What's on this? I can't imagine I can go inside. It's just fire there. Does one of these not shoot? You shoot. Do I have to scam you? Don't want to land in the fire. Fire lives here. This is just Firehouse. House of Fires. Oh, I see it. I go here. A teleporter? Am I supposed to teleport into this thing? Much rather just land my ship here. Much safer this way. Friends in the Timber Hearth Mines. The last type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Can you send us more of the same for additional testing? We're attempting to improve its durability, and our forge is already burned through everything you sent. We'll deliver more ore to Hollow's Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting the Ash Twin Project's protective shell. Okay, this is hints on how to get in there. The shell. Yes, the idea of an encasement that's supernova-proof, however briefly, has kindled my curiosity. Interesting. My gratitude. I imagine we'll also have an updated estimate of how much ore is needed to seal off the Ash Twin Project. Okay, I'm still reading. I'm still reading. Ship, can you move? Will be more than we initially thought. It will be significantly more. The smallest crack or opening in the protective shell could destroy everything. I remember this. This is in our homeworld. Did we read this one before? I don't remember it. Increased solar activity detected. Increased volcanic activity detected. Location is now inhospitable. Ivy was live this whole time. Hi, Uncle Punch. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're learning so many mysteries about the universe and also corned beef. It's a lot of fire. What if there's stuff over there, though? There's no stuff over here. 0% stuff. I have to go check the ship log again. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. 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 I'm learning. So we got ore from our planet. You get a Fiji, here you go. Oh, it's so far away. I couldn't reach it. The Borgor. Delicious. God, I wish burgers were that small. Like, sliders are already an improvement on a regular side burger. Am I veggie? Vegetarian or just a vegetable in general? I am a vegetable. I ate vegetables today. I also ate meat today. I also had night coffee. Vegetarius. I'll eat whatever. Pineapple pizza. I like that. It's a good flavor. Goodbye, the last of my night coffee. Technology producing a 22 interval negative time interval on Ash Twin. Can now feed them Harvey? Wait. Yeah, I'll eat my cat. If I have to. How? Yum. I wonder if cats taste good. I imagine there's not a whole bunch of meat on those bones. But also, people eat rabbit. I feel like rabbits and cats have a similar kind of body going on. Thank you for the quote. It's true. God, I really have to get the Himbot just says a random quote at random intervals thing working on. I want to hear Himbot say out loud with him mouth, "Yeah, I'll eat my cat if I have to." You can't own me on the internet with the words I said with my own mouth. Thank you for the clip.
After Loamparo says you can't own me on the internet with the words he said. With my own mouth.
Yeah. Himbot can just say those things. There's definitely a way to do it. I just have to get off my tuchus and update, take the code that I made for the quotes and then just make it do a TTS instead of a text in the chat. The mines. Are we the hold on. Species of four-eyed semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine. We never saw those. Not the H-box sub. I would eat that submarine. Mined ore to make the shell. Once the shell was finished, they made there was no entrances or cracks. So I think we're gonna have to teleport in there. It's the only way. Follow that line of thought about the fish. My thoughts are either we have to go and find the fish, but otherwise, but if we were to do that, it would say there's more to explore here. Fish for you? Oh, hum, hum, hum. I'll eat a fish head. Either that, or like they evolved into us somehow. Black Hole Forge is the highest district in the Hanging City. Hum nom. Hum nom 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 nom. Hum nom. Yum. Bingo, you're cooking. We have 4 eyes, they have 4 eyes, but like also on the planet Earth, there's a lot of creatures that have 2 eyes. I have 2 eyes, my cats have 2 eyes. We're not the same guy. Wait, if we were originally semi-aquatic, how come I'm so bad at swimming? No, I did this investigating long ago. How long has Solanum been on that moon, then? Inklings. This is just like Splatoon. I'm gonna go back to the Sunless City. Are humans so bad at swimming? Speak for yourself. I'm great at swimming. I love to be in the water. What? Where haven't we gone in the sun? There's probably just some text somewhere in here. Let's try... Try so we get the spacesuit on and then we'll talk. Okay, actually, yeah, that's fair. There's water on our home planet, right? I wonder what would happen if we just jumped in the water there without a suit. I feel like we probably did that in the first, first stream. We can go back to Dark Bramble and try to find the vessel and the escape pods. I don't... No, my statues, pair single user. I'm trying to see if there's any clues to where a teleporter might be. You could try for science. We could just go back home and take a dip. They wouldn't put a teleporter to Ashtwin on Ashtwin. No lemons or watermelons. I love to be eating a lemon. Oh, I can eat these. Can? Hum, 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 hum. For me, thank you. Can. Microphone, I'll eat that. Burgers, bears, meat, apples, box. Yum, 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 yum. Want to hear an Easter egg about Hollow's lantern? Yes, but only because it's almost Easter. How's the wilding going? We're exploring so much. We're running out of places to explore. We've basically got the pieces of the puzzle. But also we're missing some pieces of the puzzle. See beyond the horizon. Illuminate dark areas. Detect hazards. Test the environment. There's a skeleton under the lava if you wait for it to drain off enough. It's in a Terminator thumbs up pose. Wait, the lava drains? No! I can go in the lava. I'm allowed in there. Can't guess the word. Your night is ruined. Keep shooting out. I don't know why I thought lava would just replenish itself. We're at the end of our loop. I could touch the lava. That night was playing Dead by Daylight. Hee-hoo. Don't think it's in here yet. It's probably out. I wonder if we can get out. If I were a Skelemston, where Ims me would's be? In a volcano? Screw Terminator reference? You want Sonic OVA reference? Most planets in Outer Wilds is some kind of loop of things changing over the 22 minutes. That's true. I was gonna say, what does Giant's Deep do? But I guess the tornadoes are going around. Brittle Hollow falls apart. The twins have the sand. I wonder if Dark Bramble has anything going on. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the islands shoot up into the sky every once in a while. But they fall back down. Okay. We go in space. Go into space. Go all over the place. Yeah, Dark Bramble is just... It exists in its own business. It's just full of things. Maybe we should go back to Dark Bramble. Maybe Brambo is where we go. Yeah, Quantum Moon and Hearthna. The only thing they get is swallowed up by the sun. Or should we go to this? Should we go to? Since we're at the beginning of a... Let's actually go to the Hourglass Twins. I want to see if I can find whatever is, whatever we haven't read yet in the Sunless City. Thought of something dialogue related if you're interested. There's probably a few people we can talk about to the Moon Nomai. We can talk about undershot target. Oh, here we go. We can go find our friend on Ember Twin and tell him, hey, we went on the moon and we found a friend on the moon. Found a moon friend on the moon. Where the moon is, and there was a friend. Oh, come on. I did that so closely. Think about a different friend you found? Do we talk to our moon friend themselves? The question for you... You don't... You don't care about our moon friend. Where was that shortcut? Where was that shortcut? Here, I think? Was it at the distress beacon, or was it at... It was at the gravity cannon. Wait, what is this? Who are you? Blue? Wahoo! You're the eye. Why? You a window? Found feldspar and someone was interested in feldspar. Oh, was it somebody on our home planet? It's been so long. Here's our secret hole. Blue Wahoo, what's next? Flimpy? This way is safe. This way is safe. So I imagine whatever we haven't explored is down. Maybe. It's down on the very floor, maybe. We went to the high energy lab. Hello, sand. I'm like looking for any text. What? Maybe I should have turned on the lights. Maybe I should have lights on. Stepping stone cave. Is it the stepping stone cave that I haven't been in yet? Because the stepping stone cave text was Ice Shrine District. Everyone says the eye is important. There has to be more lanky sounds out there, right? Brought us this solar system. Is that good? Dad told me a lot of Nomai died when our clan came here. What if the eye isn't good? What if the eye wanted that to happen? We read that. There's evil in there, so we don't want to go in there. Note which name this is? Oh. I didn't. Hold on. Where that text was at. Who's learning about evil? Oh, it's Solinum! It's our friend from the moon, who doesn't trust the eye. Maybe we have to go into the Stepping Stones cave. Because it's orange. Maybe orange means undiscovered. Young Solinum. Talking about Dado. Because we learned what child writing looks like earlier. Uh-oh. I'm running low on oxygens. There's oxygen in that other room, though, so we'll be okay as long as we don't die. As long as we don't do a die, we'll be okay. This is just the way to the anglerfish, right? Yep. Yeah, because this is some funky text that's like... This is... Oh! It's the way the actual lines on the scribble look. Taggart's playing... Oh, Solinum was one of the kids who played blind anglerfish. Get some oxygen. We definitely read this. Sun station, power, can't imagine, sun station, sun station. They want to protect the species, sun station, sun station, sun station. We went there. Stepping Stone District. We were just there. Anglerfish Overlook. Maybe it's this thing that I'm supposed to be getting into. This tower. But I don't think there's a way in there. Doesn't look like there is actually anything in there. This way? Meeting in the fossils cave. I have to go the long way. Go into the stepping stone cave. Try to get to the fossil. Is this the text that I missed? Couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? If you go into the anglerfish overlook and throw a light into his mouth, he'll show you the way. This is the text that I remembered reading and thinking that anglerfish ate light or something like that. It's because you were supposed to throw... It was a clue of how to get there. Can't fit the anglerfish hole. He grew bigger. He's taller. Felix is tallest. You think you know where? Where do you think? Where are you thinking? Because this might... I'm guessing it's just like in one of these buildings that I just didn't explore. Am I going to the exact same place I just was? Yes. Hello, sand. Take this up. Nothing here. Take this up. Nothing here. Anglerfish Overlook. We definitely read the text at the Anglerfish Overlook. Unless there is something like on the way there. Hither? You sure? Because you don't want to spoil? I think it's fine. If you know, like, what area it's in, that would be a handy. Is it that? How do I get in there? Ow. Touch a cactus. Wait, how do I get in there? Thank you, Nightbot. From the roof? From the sand? Oh, I might have to go from above. Yeah, it's giving you a hint to put your scout in there, yeah. And then that way I can track it. How do I get ups? I might be a little late. Uh-oh. Go. Oh, this is the wrong hole. No. Again. How did I get lost? How did I get lost? Let me in there. How do I leave? I think it might be too late this one. Uh-oh. Or maybe. Let's just get crunched real quick. Normal. See, it's 10 o'clock. You said it, Harvey. It's 10 o'clock, which is normally stopping time. But we just found out how to do that. Do we want to get there real quick style? Or do we want to save it so that we have something we know what to do at the beginning of next stream? Let's save it for next stream. Shouldn't we probably have the shortcut in? That's true. That's true. Hold on, let's check the ship log real quick and see what else we have to do. Because I guess once we get in there, we also still have to learn some things. But I think that's the last thing to do on Ember Twin, so maybe we'll just take care of that real quick. Yeah, that's the last thing. Okay. Let's go do that really quick, and then we'll finish it off with whatever knowledge we get. Finish it off with MB Twin knowledge. Put me in the planet, put me in the planet, put me in the planet, put me in the planet. Alright. Distress beacon. Power thingy. Our friend's house. Where's our gravity cannon? Let's buy the power thingy in our friend's house. Hello? Cannon? It's possible there's more to explore in that city, but you're not sure. Oh, that's true. What if there's more things in there? How did I lose the gravity? Oh, there it is. Goofraid. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, 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 hello. You're playing a Baldur's Gate. Did you find the gate? Did you Baldur?
Uncle Punch says welcome in, hello, 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 hello.
Welcome in, hello, 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 hello. Wow. Dragon Brethren Party 01. Also Baldur's Gate. Oh, were you and Goof playing together? Were you going on big adventures and slaying beasts? You found lava. We also found lava. There's the sun. Sun's made of lava. Go in hole. Did you get the lava? Did you take the lava? Did you use the lava for mischief? Or for the power of good? We did go into Lava Moon. There was a moon and it was full of lava and we went in there and we read a book. I still need to play Baldur's Gate. My brother got it for me as a giftie at a point. And then I never play it. Lights on, lights on. Where was it? Where's the living district? Where does everybody live? Here? This ways? This one's? Yeah, you said Baldur's Gate will lose me for 9 months. It's true. I'll never come out. I don't think I can ever stream Baldur's Gate. I can't stream, long style games because then they'll take me 3 million billion years. I considered very briefly playing a Dragon Quest on stream. Oh, I can take this up. Don't mind if I do. Dragon Quest is long, yeah. JRPGs get so long. You dropped your cleric into lava, no biggie, you killed her? Why have you done this? Why did you murder your cleric? Who's been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station? Don't worry, the station is in such a low stellar orbit we've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ashwin. Oh! Wait, no, we've already done this. That would be Pi. I told her we wouldn't be traveling there by shuttle, and that sun station doesn't even have a landing pad, but she said she knew. It's purely theoretical exercise on my part, Yarrow. Who doesn't love computing a good low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? Pi, I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved it'll be easy to return to Ashton regularly. Why does this one not have the person who said it? They got better. How do you get better from being in lava? This looks like a new area I haven't been. Or maybe I have been here. Maybe this is exactly where I just was. Let's try the one next to it. Is an achievement for landing on Sensation which doesn't have a landing pad? Yeah. I think we tried a couple times to, this is the scout. This one also puts us in a room, so let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, no, that one puts us on cactus. That one puts us on cactus. We are ant's breath away from being dead. Yeah, getting lined up is extremely hard. Like, I couldn't even launch us into Giant's Deep. And that thing is huge. It lives up to its name of giant. I guess we can go back to the ship now. I don't remember where the shortcut left us in. You launched into the sun, no problem. We sure did. We sure did. I want to say that's everything here. Ship is that way. Maybe over here? We read this. This is kid writing. That's the Solemn writing. Just meditate easy. Yeah. Yeah. I could also walk directly into Ghost Matter. Just for the funsies of it. Go click those links, by the way. Go to www.goof.tv.org and www.dragon/brethren/org. And you can click there and you can see videos, you can see video games, you can see images, you can see sounds, you can see Baldur's Gate 3, you can see dropping a cleric into lava, and you can see the time of your life. Alright. I'm gonna check the ship log real quick. And then I think this is where we will call it a night, because it is so Betty by time. But I just want to see if that is the last of Ember Twin. Oh, it's not. Huh. There's still more there? Strange. Yeah, that's for another week. I guess we'll have to go back there at some point. Maybe we'll hit up the Hanging City first. Maybe next week. next week we'll hit up the Hanging City and see what is there. Maybe we'll also pop by the Black Hole Forge while we're on that planet and see if there's any other reading. Or maybe we'll go to Dark... Maybe we'll first off go to Dark Bramble and try to find the escape pod. Because we're supposed to get a thing from the escape pod and bring it to the Black Hole Forge. So maybe if we go there first, we can use the clues from there at the Black Hole Forge. I understand now why Ash Twin Project is at, like, the very center. We gotta get those sneakers. Smile. Smile. Either we have to get a thing from here and use it in the Black Hole Forge, or we need to go to the Black Hole Forge to get information needed to get the thing from the escape pod. But either way, we'll need to go both places. Bramble, at the very least, I'm pretty sure we can follow a distress signal, because we do have that on our signal scope. So we can follow that and find our way to the escape pod and learn something. The vessel... No, we need the thing... We need to go to the escape pod to get information. The vessel is what has the core that we need to get and bring to the Black Hole Forge. We have some places to explore. We have some things we can do. But for now, for the tonight, it is so go bed to buy time. Let me see if anybody is still left online to a raid. Oh, Naughty Sprout is live. We could do a Night-O raid. A good night, Night-O Sprout. I'll go do this, points at Mary Pop. Yeah, I am also gonna go do a big EP. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the Reba Slibes. Thank you for the funny messages in chat. Thank you for the Outer Wilds knowledge. Thank you for learning about corned beef with me. I'm looking at the Dead by Daylight monster, and he's terrifying. Who is this man? Good night. Yeah. We'll play more of this next week, same day of the week, Wednesday, same time of the night, 7 p.m. Pacific. Monday, we're going to be playing a new game, The Unknown. Is that the name of the monster? The Unknown? I hate this freak. He's terrifying. I've never played Dead by Daylight. I watched a few streamers stream it, but not very often, but it was mostly like at when the game was released. So they must have just been releasing new guys. New terrifying beasts in there. They put the alien queen from Alien in it, right? Is this the game where they did that and they gave her a sculpted ass and people were like, damn, why you put cheeks on the alien queen? Yes. God, what a wild game. Anyway, I'm sending you that way. We're going to Night-O Sprout. Monday, we're playing a new game. I was going to do Anti-Chamber, but now I might be leaning towards myhouse.wad. I want to know what's up with that house. It'll be one of those two. It'll either be Anti-Chamber or myhouse.wad. But we're going to explore some sort of weird liminal space. Liminal space? Some sort of not correct space on Monday. But for now, let's go see some scary guy. Let's go see some scary guy, Night-O Sprout. Hyphy, I've been lurking. Hexagon? I guess it would make more sense to say Ruby Hey Hexagon. Hello, Hexagon. I hope you had a good lurk. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good sleep. That's the other thing I forgot to say. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to the VOD watchers. You guys are so powerful and so tall. You lurked a lot tonight. Lurking is good. Lurking is my default online mode. Came in right at the end again. Yep, it is time to call it a night. Ify, are you taller than you? I am 5'10", I think I have to go with. I used to be 5'11", but I might have shrunk. So if you're shorter than 5'10", then yes, I'm taller than you. Me too. We're the same height. We can both reach the shelves that are tall. We are the same. We are the same person. I am Uncle Punch now. You are Ify now. Sorry, you have to go into the office tomorrow and explain websites to people. We can have a shelf reach party. All the snacks will be in the top shelf. You're also 5'10". Let's go. 5'10" party. You were invited to the 5'10" party. You can reach the shelves at the top too. No, you don't want to go into the office. I don't want to go in the office either. I just have to wake up earlier. They're mean to me. I don't want to drive in the morning. Are you kidding me? You don't remember your height? I remembered because I was like just shy of 6 feet. I was like an inch shy of 6 feet. How do we save Ify? You're gonna have to weld the doors to my office building shut so that they call me and say, never mind, you don't have to come in. You remember your Sona's height priorities? I don't know how tall my Sona is, but I know it's getting taller. I started off so small. And each new version of Ify is a little bit taller. It's not on purpose, but it's a thing that's happening. My PNG tubers were short and sitting, and then my honk tuber was bigger, and then my live 2D version, even though it's the same art as the honk tuber, it got stretched out a little bit to fix the proportions. And then my next body is gonna be even taller. How tall was William? He was a little lad. Yeah, William feels like he should be short. William feels like he should be 5 foot something. But that something is definitely not in the double digits. Is William 3 feet tall? Not that short. I don't know how tall things are. They're -3 feet. Put him underground. Buries William in the dirt. He'll be fine. Shadows are negative height? I just looked down to see if I could see my shadow. I can't. It's under me. I also love this song. Thank you, Pollyanna. Maybe I should add Pollyanna to the next karaoke stream. You can call me Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in songs and laughter, and that's why I believe in you. When you go through the Ness Museum, it's really creepy. Oh, yeah. Because this is the Mother 3 one. We have to sing Pollyanna. I listened to a lot of Mother mashups in my teenage years. I could sing y'all some songs. But for tonight, it's time to go to bed. Do you know the Mother vocal album? I don't think so. I just listened to a lot of, yeah, Nato Sprout, we're coming. I just listened to a lot of YouTube videos of people. Some of them are in English, some of them are in Japanese. But I should dig them up. I should find those songs. And I should go to bed. Good night, everybody. Good night, 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 good night. Enjoy Naito Sprout, and I will see you all next week. Good night, 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 good night.